today's video, I want to talk to you a little bit about the holy grail of all things guitar, and that is shredding. You need some shredding in your life. It's just the best way. There's hardly a better way to experience the joy of guitar than shredding. You're in a group situation, they call your number, you rip off a tasty solo. It just doesn't get much better than that. And the cool thing is, you don't need to play a ton of notes and light the fretboard on fire to play a decent solo. All you need to know basically is the pentatonic scale, the minor pentatonic. In this case today we'll be talking about the blues, the minor pentatonic scale, and just kind of how to use it. Now you could play any note in the scale at any time and it's not going to be wrong, but there are tasteful ways to approach soloing that make more musical sense than others. And that's what I want to talk about today. And this lesson is part 2 of my lesson about playing the blues shuffle in A. So we're going to be looking at the A minor pentatonic scale today. We're going to play over a 12-bar blues progression like that other video. And I'm going to teach you some very basic concepts on how to approach soloing. You're going to be cool. You're going to get so much enjoyment out of it. And life is just going to be better after this lesson. So let's get to it. All right, so soloing in the key of A using the pattern 1 minor pentatonic. I'm just going to show you the scale real quick. There's plenty of videos about the minor pentatonic scale and more about it. But starting on the A note on the 5th fret, 6th string, I'm just going to go through the pattern real quick so we know what scale we're in. Really concerned about the whole scale. We're going to be using the 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings only on the 5th and 7th fret. So we're going to be using these notes. And I have a backing track that I'm going to play here, and it's just the 12-bar blues in A. So for each chord, all I'm going to do in this first part of this lesson is I'm going to slide into the note of that chord. So like when the A chord's playing, we're going to slide into an A note. When the D chord is playing, we're going to slide into a D note. And when the E chord is playing, we're going to slide into an E note. And this is just an approach to get you playing a really, really good note for the part of the progression, part of the solo that you're playing. So an A note is on the 7th fret, 4th string. We're going to slide into it. We're going to use our middle finger. I like to use my middle finger when I'm doing this move. We're going to slide into it for the A chord from the 5th to the 7th fret. We're going to do the same thing for a D chord on the 3rd string. And then when the E chord comes around, we're going to do the same thing on the 5th string. All right, so I'm going to start this backing track, and it's going to start right away, so I'm not going to be able to get the first note in time at the very top of the progression, but we'll make sense out of it. I'll tell you what's going on. So I'm going to put this looping track on here and jump in when I can. So we're on the A chord. The A chord still. Now the D. Back to the A. A again. Now the E. Twice. Now the A. And down to the E. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to add some more stuff to it. A chord still. Now the D. D. A. E. All right, so the main concept was to always slide into that target note before we do anything else. And so I want to explain these extra notes that I was playing to make the licks a little more interesting. When I was going to the A note on the 4th string 7th fret, I was also adding 3rd string 5th fret back to the 7th fret 4th string, little back and forth there, still sliding into that note, and then a little lick, and then going back home. That's what I was doing for the A chord. And then when we went to the D chord, I was sliding into the D note, then I was going back behind it, and then down to the 4th string 7th fret. So it's a little bit different lick. Hopefully you can use your ear to figure that out too. It's 7th fret, 5th on the same string, and then down to the 4th string 7th. A little bit of back and forth there. And then back home. Home means A. Now the E note, same thing as the last lick. Twice. And then back to the A. And then there's a little turnaround E at the end, the E chord. That's just an E note for the E chord, so it's almost, I mean, you could actually play the whole E chord like right here, this version of it. I'm just doing a partial 7th chord there, like you would see on a C 7th chord, but that's getting out of the realm of this lesson. So anyway, those licks with those target notes, that's just a suggestion. That's just something to show you what's going on. I'm still hitting those target notes, and but then I'm adding other phrases in between them. But it just gives you kind of a foundation, like a home base to start with, so your solo can make a little bit of sense. All right, so there you go. A basic approach to playing lead in the key of A using the minor pentatonic scale. It's endless, but I wanted to give you just a little foundational approach that made a little bit of musical sense so you could have something to go on. And all you have to do is mess around. And I mean, you can apply that concept, but you can just totally abandon it too and do whatever you want that sounds good. I mean, it's all about your ear. Your ear is going to tell you ultimately what's good and bad. But I mean, if you're just brand new to soloing, this hopefully helped you just find a way to approach it that makes a little bit of sense. Have fun with it. Thanks a lot for listening and watching, and I will see you again in another video. Peace.